Well, good morning and welcome to Zen Fits. Beautiful Monday in Blackstone, Virginia, the center of the world, but then you too are at the center of the world. So this morning I wanted to talk about, I just wrote the title, so we'll see how it comes out. Avatar, the movie, the recipe for creativity. Ta-da! Backwards because I'm on mirror. But the eye isn't backwards. So this is, I have a page, Avatar and the Voyage to Pandora. And I started writing on that page right after I saw Avatar when it first came out. I've forgotten when that was, but it's been years now. And I've been writing on that page ever since, you know, building friends. And anytime somebody likes it, I get another insight and write another insight on it. So Avatar, for me, has been a wellspring of creative ideas that just keeps on going, that just keeps on flowing. And it's always a surprise, a creative idea, you know, is a surprise to the creator as well as the viewer. That's why people love to be creative, because it's a surprise. It's Christmas. It's Christmas creativity. In other words, when you open the gift, oh, so when you have an insight, it's like a little Christmas present. Oh, I see what to do now. Oh, I see how to open that stupid box. Oh, I see how to fix the lawnmower. Oh, I see how to make this thing work. Oh, I see how everything fits. Oh, I understand this relationship. Oh, I see where I was wrong. Oh, I see where I was projecting. Oh, I see God. Oh. And God then is not seeing something, but when everything fits. See, God is the whole in which there's no second. It's the whole in which there is no misfit. It's the whole, it's the puzzle with no piece missing. That's why we love puzzles. Have a puzzle laid out there. If you don't look at the box, you don't know what it is until you finally get enough pieces in there. Oh, it's a donkey. You see? So we love a surprise, you see. So what is God but a surprise? Oh. And that's Zen, the way I understand it. So Avatar for me is like that. So what is the recipe for creativity? I mean, we all want to have insight. We all want to have creative ideas. We all want to make things fit. Because when they don't fit, there's anxiety, there's tension, stress, anger, violence, suicide, destruction, chaos, Armageddon. You see? So we always want things to fit, but when the things that are given don't fit, the pieces we have don't fit, something's missing, we've been given the wrong box, somebody mixed up the puzzle, who did it? Who put in the wrong pieces in this puzzle? It won't fit. Pounding that square peg in the round hole. I just remembered my daughter. You know, your family is full of metaphors. Every family is full of little wisdom metaphors. Now the wisdom, I just remembered a metaphor for this anger, this to make things fit, with my daughter when she was about 3, 4, I don't know. And we were late. And I went, where is she? And she was trying to tie her shoe. And she's down there, tie, damn it, tie. Couldn't get that thing to tie. You see, so it's kind of like that. Fit, damn it, fit. So in other words, we pound that thing in there, we get anger, and then suddenly, oh, that's how, and it just comes together. So in that sense, the formula for creativity is when it all just comes together and we Stop trying to pound, trying to make it fit. Like a puzzle, and you take the thing off, so you take that thing and you hit it into there. Fitting is easy. God is easy, you see. And now here I'm using God as a metaphor. But let's get back to Avatar, you see. So why is Avatar a recipe for creativity? Well, Avatar is a metaphorical blueprint for creativity, for awakening, for Zen, for salvation, for the resurrection, even. You see, I connect everything, so, it's not that. Everything is that. Everything can make everything fit if you're fluid. If your mind doesn't get fixed on anything, there can't be that, that's that, this is, be a MacGyver mind. Anything can be used to get you out of a fix. You see, so Avatar, the basic formula for Avatar is that the hero, Jake Sully, which is you, Jake Sully is you, you are Jake Sully is you. That's the way the metaphor works. You are the movie is you. Not the movie is there and you are here. No, in the metaphor, you are the movie and the movie is you. You discover you in the movie. You discover yourself by going through the movie, by going through the trials and tribulations of the hero. You discover your own avatar. You discover your own, and you notice that the movie ends, you see, with the hero, the Jake Sully, sitting up. And he just looks at you. Boom. I see you. You see me, you see. In that moment, you are the avatar. You have awakened. You fit. You finally figured out how to fit in an ambiguous situation, which, metaphorically in the movie, is the conflict between the way the sky people see the world as it, the modern mind, everything's in it, and the way the Navi see the world, everything is me, I am everything. So these two are both valid viewpoints. The scientific, rational viewpoint, everything's a thing, therefore I can fix things, you see. If you're not separate from it, you can't fix it. In other words, so the scientific world that was born with the Enlightenment, Newton, Francis Bacon, Descartes, Galileo, Copernicus, all these great rational adventurers saw the world in a different way from the Middle Ages, saw the world as external to them. They saw the world like Yahweh, like God. You see, God in the Genesis is external to the creation. He's like a potter, and the world is like a pot. The potter's not the pot, and the potter's not the potter, you see. They're separate. So that way God can fix the pot, figure out the laws of it and fix it. Oh, tweak that, cut the fingernails. God made the hand, and he can trim the fingernails if he wants to. Or maybe he wants another finger, or he takes too many fingers, take one away. You see? In other words, the potter, God, is separate. So this is the view of the modern world. I am separate from it. And I can work on it, you see. But the problem is I've made myself into an it, and now I think I can work on me as if I were a pot. So now I go to self-help programs to fix the pot because I believe I'm separate from the pot, but yet I'm not. So that's the Navi view. The Navi is you're not separate from the pot, you are the pot. You are the pot is you. You are the world is you. The sky people, you are not the world, so you can fix it. You know, it could be better. It'll be better in the future if I could just get a better machine. We're going to fix it. You can't fix it because you are it. You can't fix yourself. You see these two views? You can't fix yourself because you're everything. can't fix everything because you're not outside of everything. You are everything. Everything is you. No, you're not. You're it. You're I and you're it. You are separate from that. You see these two? And this is in the Bible. This is in this is the ambiguity in the Bible. You got one view of God separate from the world, and you got the view of Jesus who says, I and the Father are one, which means I and the world are one. That's the Navi view. The sky people view is you're separate, God's separate from it. There's laws, God created it. It, you see. No, I am it, says Jesus. Right there, Avatar. Now, right there, you see, metaphors, the myths, metaphors are all everywhere, and it's all one, but we just separate into different stories and say, oh, it's this and not that, you see. But this is that. That is this. And yet it's not. So we need both views. We need both views, you see. But they're ambiguous. I mean, they're contradictory. How can I be the world and be separate from the world at the same time? How can I be a unique individual and yet be part of the world and belong and identify with and be humble and submit to the world at the same time? How can I be obedient and a rebel at the same time? I got to be both, but I can't because they're contradictory. That is the tension. That is the terror. That is the suffering. That is our suffering, says Buddha. This inability to obey both imperatives at the same time, but we can't because they're contradictory. That's a double bind. A double bind is where no matter what you do, you lose. If you obey one, I'm separate from the world and I can fix it. Even myself, I'm separate from myself, I fix myself. If you obey that one, then you cannot obey the other commandment, which is you are the world and the world is you. If you say I am the world and the world is me, then you cannot fix the world. You can't make an air conditioner. You can't do anything. You're kind of like an Aboriginal tribe in the Amazon. You don't fix the Amazon, you just live in it. So that's like, you know, so you can't be the Navi or the sky people. You have to be the Navi and the sky people as one, but that needs to have a creative idea. You have to create the one. And that's what Avatar is about. Jake Sully died on his birthday. Remember? So he signs off on his video recording. This is my birthday, I gotta go, goodbye. Jake Sully died. But also the Navi died, the other aspect. So both of his, he had tried to identify with each one. The sky people, the Navi, couldn't do it. Got caught in a no man's land. I don't know which one's real, back and forth. Yeah, what do you do? A mad act, a creative idea. A creative idea was born in the ambiguity of the two and stress of the two that had to be one but could not be. You see, when one is divided, there must be one, but you can't because they're opposites. So you go wah, 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 like a microphone in an amplifier. Tension, stress, panic attack. Trying to be the one that is two. So how do you be the one that is two? Well, you have to create it. It's a leap. It's a mad leap. Jake Sully took the mad leap. He leaped on death, the last shadow. That's madness. He did something he never imagined. He did something that was crazy. He did Zorba the Greek. He danced. He leaped. He laughed. He discovered the single idea that united the two, but it could not be, it was not a middle way between the Scilus and the Charybdis, you see. It was a whole new way of being in the world, a whole new idea of who I am. But that idea rests in ambiguity. See, the world is always ambiguous. It's never fixed. It's always this, that. It's always it's always a coin with two faces, but we're always flipping it, you see. If you flip heads, you think, oh, I won. No, tails is still there. Everything has its opposite, you see. So in order to live a creative life, you have to be able to rest in the ambiguity of life and allow new ideas to come out of that, to be born out of this ambiguity of the present moment. The present moment is always ambiguous. It's never fixed. It's fluid. It's impermanent. It's changing. It's new. It's dying and it's new at the same time. So that's why Avatar for me is a recipe for creativity, and I keep getting new ideas. I mean, I'm getting a new idea right now. I'm sharing it with you right now. Where is this idea I'm sharing with you coming from? It's coming from the tension of the ambiguity of Avatar. Avatar is a formula, a blueprint, a recipe, a magic word, an understanding that you have to do. Not look at and enjoy, not memorize and repeat, not use as your authority. You have to do it. You have to do Jake Sully. You have to be Jake Sully. You have to go into the no man's land. You have to go into the terror of ambiguity of not knowing who you are. You have to die in order to be resurrected as a new idea of you, a new being, a new way of being in the world. And that's Christmas. Open that package up. Be a surprise. Thanks for dropping in.